Southern Presidency, Northern Presidency, or Nigerian Presidency? Which way Nigeria? The man with the insight tonight is Babajide Ogunsanwo, Channels Television's data analyst. He joins us right here on set. Babajide, great to see you.
Good evening, Amarachi.
Yeah, and I know you have some insights on today. So the calls for Southern Presidency have been growing. We've seen a lot of talk about it over the past few weeks, probably months even, but especially in the last 1 week. Why do you think this is?
The first is I'd like to start from a slightly different perspective, Amarachi. The 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, he said, "A house divided against itself cannot fall." This was because of, during his leadership, America was facing the Civil War. There was moral, constitutional, cultural, political crisis, similar to what we face today. Tonight, I'd like to talk about three things. The first is, what are the facts about presidents that have come from the North and the South? The second is, what does the Constitution say about a Northern or Southern presidency? And finally, what should be done? So first, Amarachi, let's take a look at the facts. Military, civilian, head of states, how long did they stay? And if we take a look at our history, starting from military heads of state, these are the facts. There have been 6 northern heads of state that have come from the northern region of Nigeria since Nigeria became a republic. These 6 northern heads of states have spent 9,031 days, or spent. We had 2 heads of state from the south, General Obasanjo and Major General Agusoye. They spent 1,520 days. What do I mean? When you look at Nigeria from its military head of state's perspective, 85% of the time spent by military heads of state were from leaders from the north. Gowon, 3,282 days, 87 days. Ibrahim Babangida, 2,921 days. Abacha, 1,664 days. Again, looking at all the days spent by military heads of state, we've seen 6 from the north, 2 from the south, and in summary, looking at all the days spent by military heads of state, 85% of the days were from leaders from the northern region of Nigeria. That is the fact. Now let's look at the fact from a civilian perspective, looking at civilian presidents from 1963 when Nigeria became a republic. And if we take a look at the facts about what has happened since Nigeria started as civil rule, here's what you find about the region civilian presidents have come from. We've got 3 northern presidents. They've spent 4,859 days. Today, President Muhammadu Buhari is spending his 2,235th day in office. In summary again, civilian presidents from the north, the 3 of them as of today, 4,859 days. The 4 civilian presidents from the south have spent 5,693 days. In summary, 54% of the time from civilian presidents have come from the southern region of Nigeria. If you want to then look at, since we talked about the military heads of state that have spent 85% of that time came from the north, and we've looked at 54% of the south. The question could then be, if we add the 2, military plus civilian, what do you get? The fact shows that 65% of the time spent since Nigeria became a republic, Nigeria has been led by a leader from the north, and 35% Nigeria has been led from a leader from the south. Those are the facts, Amarachi.
Why is it important to know this, Babajide? Because I suppose you're also going to mention, what the Constitution says and does not say about this. But why is it important to note these facts?
Here's why it is important. If you pick up the Nigerian Constitution, Nigeria was mentioned in the Constitution 318 times. How many times was Northern Nigeria mentioned? 0. How many times was Southern Nigeria mentioned? 0. So looking at the Constitution, the fact shows that There is nothing like northern or southern Nigeria. The only thing you'll find in the constitution of north and south is when that schedule talks about the local governments. Plus, in the constitution, if you look at section 42, subsection 2, it specifically states that nobody should be deprived of anything based on your state of origin. And so if there's a call for a northern president or a southern president, it then makes us look at, are we upholding that section of the Constitution, section 42, subsection 2, that states that you should not be deprived of anything because of your state of origin. But more importantly, Amarachi, where are all these calls coming from?
Yeah.
So, north or south? Let's take a look at the evolution of Nigeria, the regions, and the states. So the question is, how many Nigerias are in Nigeria? And the evidence shows that since May 27, 1967, regions stopped existing in Nigeria. That was when states started getting created. So we see in 1939 the creation of the Northeast and Western region from Bernard Baudouin. In 1963, we then had the 4 regions, North, East, Midwest, and West. But from 1967, when states started being created, there were no more regions in Nigeria. So when we talk about regions in Nigeria, we look at those 6 geopolitical regions, it's all about analysis, history, and interpretation. But in terms of the facts, the evidence shows that Nigeria today is governed by, looking at it from the executive and the local government level. And when we talk about region and calls for presidency, yes, the fact shows that if you want to look at it from the military perspective, there's some reason why it should go to the south. If you look at it from the civilian perspective, there's some reason why it should go to the north. So but in our final analysis, let's not forget what the wise man said. Nigeria's strength really lies in its diversity, not in its similarities. And that's what we should focus on. It's the mind that should shift, not power. And the people should be the ones to determine what leaders want, not leaders.
We'll leave it at that. Babajide, you always have so much to say when you get here on the set. Thank you again for speaking with us.
Our strength lies in our differences, not in our similarities.
Right.